Today I'm going to demonstrate how to remove a 5 horsepower Stearns brake solenoid. First of all, we're going to take off the shroud. I like to actually make a mark with a magic marker. It's easier to put it back on to line up with the 2 bolts that we're going to, or nuts that we're going to remove here. They're 3/8. You'll need a 3/8 socket or wrench. And, just remove those first. They come off fairly easy. And then this shroud just pulls right off fairly easy. And now this is your brake solenoid here. So we're going to have to remove the plunger, and we'll need a 1/4" nut driver or socket or wrench, and a 11/32 socket for the nut side. And we'll just put that there. It's fairly tough. It's a lock nut, so remove this from the plunger, and you just lift your linkage up here. We're going to remove this T-plunger. This pulls out, and there's a plastic sleeve in here. You just reach in with your finger and it goes in with the notches going down. And now we're going to remove the solenoid itself, and there's a little snap thing here on the bottom that you're going to push. I'll show you after I get it out. It just pushes out this way, and then you're going to try to pull your wires through the brake housing. You can do that right away. I should do that right away. And then this comes out. This is the tab I was talking about. It's spring tab. It'll be facing the bottom on this side. You just push up with my finger to slide it out, and then once you put it back in, it just snaps in place, and you just push up with your finger and it just pops right out like that. So that's how you remove it. And to replace your new one, you're just gonna, with your wires downward like this, you just slide it in, and it'll just snap in place just like that. And your wires, I usually tape them because you're gonna sneak them back through your brake housing here. And keep them fairly snug, and you want that inside the shroud circle. And we'll just replace our plunger. I gotta put my plastic sleeve in first. The notches go down. This sets in there, and then you take your plunger, put it back in there, and we're gonna put our bolt back in. It's a little tricky. And put your lock nut back on. Tighten her back up. It'll only go so far, but you'll make sure everything's properly functioning. And then we'll just put our shroud back on, probably the hardest part, because I think it is, because you gotta line these 2 bolts up with these holes. That's why I put the mark here. And just tighten them up. Don't over tighten them. They're just snug them up a little bit, and then you take your wires back to your junction box and wire accordingly to your wire diagram, which is on top of your shroud. 230 volts on this side and 460 volts on this side.